that's honored, the one that he honored is on the low now. He's dishonoring the one that he's going to honor on the highest level in the future, the near future, and vice versa, because he can do that. Because he can do that. Got it, bro.
What if the Most High willing to show his wrath?
This is the point.
To make his power known, endured with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction.
Even though I got my favorite down there, I'm gonna let this dude loose. Damn, I'm gonna sit here and like, I'm gonna endure this for the longest just so I can show my pure wrath and indignation upon the world, so I never have to deal with this shit again. But I created them to go through this stuff. I designed them so I can use them as an example so everyone else learns never to step up against me ever again, or my chosen people ever again. And that's the point. So if you're not an Israelite, he's not going to defend you. And if you're 2/3, he's not going to defend you till you come back after death by pain in your right mind. What verse was that? That was 22, was it?
That was 22.
Okay, yeah, yep. That was it. Yep. Go straight down, bro. Does that still go?
Oh, that was 40. You read that. Isaiah 45?
No, it was another one.
There's another one? Okay. So it's Proverbs.
Don't worry about it.
You got Isaiah 50.
Y'all got it. What do y'all got?
Isaiah 54 and 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
Hey, what verse is that? The waters of Noah. And then that's Isaiah, right? 54? It says the waters of Noah to me. It's like the 6th verse, maybe.
Yeah.
You can read that verse. The verse right before that one. Start there down to what you have.
This is 54 and 9. For this is as the waters of Noah unto me, for as I have sworn that the waters of Noah should no more go over the
what
earth.
I was talking about the missile fire that's set up to show the Most High's wrath and indignation for the wicked of the earth. And he can do that because he chooses that's what he wants to happen. Okay? But those that feel that water of Noah, which in this time will be that fire, are an example of the wrath of the Most High. Okay? He's willing to show his wrath on those vessels fit for destruction. Go ahead, bro.
So have I sworn that I would not be wroth with thee, nor rebuke thee.
But he's also going to have mercy on a lot of people, his Israelites. And some of the people that he does have mercy upon will be heathen, but they're going into captivity. Period, point blank. Okay? They're going to be in a servitude position forever, even forever and ever. And read down to what you...
and if they don't, they're going to feel the bright burn.
That's right. Right.
Catch that bright burn, man.
Isaiah 55 and 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are...
Jacob saw, he would have mercy on Esau. What did Saul do? Saul didn't kill all the Amalekites.
Amalekites, yeah.
He didn't want to
kill Agag.
Agag. He waited. He was like, nah, man, kill that damn baby, man. Kill that damn baby. Okay, was that the king?
The king.
Agag was the king. Wasn't there a baby crying? Which one was that with the baby was crying? What's that in my hearing?
I'm not sure, but that wasn't in that.
And that wasn't the same case. But that ain't going on in this situation. That's why the Most High has to put the Spirit on us to fulfill the full vengeance and his full indignation. Because Jake is compassionate and soft, and will save an Edomite, will save the goddamn devil, so he can go to the kingdom of heaven and live good with you. Which is an off train of thought.
So
that's why his thoughts are not our thoughts.
On earth, he's lynching you.
Yeah.
He's shooting you down in the streets, getting paid leave for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
you still want him to go.
And then you still want him to be side by side with you in the kingdom, rubbing elbows, man.
Yeah.
You niggas are really like you're slaves inside out. You slaves inwardly and outwardly, man. Just defeated, man.
Yeah, it'll be a constant fight if you niggas want Esau to basically be with you, on the same level in the kingdom. It's going to be a constant fight.
Always.
Because the Lord said a variance. You know, he said Jacob against Esau, man.
Yep.
It happened in the womb, man.
Yep.
It told you that.
Enemies.
It hasn't changed.
Yeah.
You know?
That's that enmity between the seed and the woman.
Yep.
You can't. The Most High got it fixed to where that hate, that bad blood and energy is always gonna be there, man.
Yep.
For basically, as long as we coexist, that energy is always gonna be there, man. Jake don't even understand the root of the hate of why this Esau hates you niggas so much. You know?
Verse 9, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts.
Yep.
The Most High's ways on a whole nother level, man. Right? The Most High, he's the ultimate scientist. You can't even begin. There's certain shit that Esau just don't even fuck with, man. He ain't gonna even bother to do studies on it because it's beyond his comprehension. The Most High's way out, man. So if even Esau can come to that conclusion, then why do you niggas question how the Most High does things, man? You know, his purposes, his will, why he do certain things in the earth. You know, they like to question the Most High in his order.
Right.
Why? So why did he even make him if he hates him? You know, they stay some. You know, you always got niggas that always try to. It's like they try to insult the intelligence of the Most High. You know, like they so intelligent that they can even question their own maker.
Right.
I got something real quick.
You had niggas like Dick Gregory, that fool. You had Tommy Sotomayor say some shit one time.
Yep.
You know, like these niggas get beside they self. You just fucking earth and ashes, man. What the fuck do you know? He make the wisdom of this world foolishness, man.
I got so one
Go ahead.
Job 21 and 22. Shall any teach the Most High knowledge, seeing he judges those that are high?
Hey, get 2nd Ezra 4 and 21. When Ezra, the angel had to tell Ezra, hey, you need to stay in your lane, man. You asking, these questions are a little too high for you, man. I'm gonna break stuff down to you, but you asking too much. You just on the earth. Understand what's going on in the realm where you at right now. You know? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me.
No one's on that level. The devil ain't on that level. Lucifer, Satan, they ain't on the Most High God's level.
They just
He's the
employees
ruler
for
of
the
both.
Most High.
Yeah, he's the rulers of both sides.
Hey, Satan is just an angel, just like all the other angels.
A messenger of evil, though, but he's a messenger.
On the left-hand side.
Yeah.
But they all fear, even Satan, they all fear the Most High, man.
Right. That's the proof of that was that he asked if he could tempt Job.
And then he told Satan, don't kill him.
Yep. And he couldn't.
And he didn't kill him.
Yep.
So he was taking orders from the top.
And the Most High said, he told Satan to get Job, man.
Yeah, he sent them on him.
Yeah, he sent Satan on him, man.
And
Job
he
didn't
sent
come
him
up
to
with it.
serve
He
Job.
didn't come up with the idea to tempt Job, man. That's the Most High.
Didn't even come up with it.
They said they presented themselves,
Yeah.
the sons of God, they presented themselves to the Most High. So they were basically, it was like they was having a council up there in the spirit realm, and it was like they were all before the throne of the Most High talking about Job, man.
Yep.
Come on, man. So you know Job is in the book. In the book
his
of
name
life.
is
Job
his
is
name is written in heaven.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Job, if they talking about Job in the heavens, he gotta be an Israelite, you dumbass.
Then the
niggas.
the experiment went on,
Yeah.
right? And he proved true through the experiment. The Most High knew it was fixed. He knew he would prove true. He just wanted to see it play out.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the game was fixed.
Yeah.
From the beginning. We knew that this team was gonna win.
Yeah, the whole time.
Well, however dramatic it looked. You know.
And it was pretty dramatic what happened to Job.
Show you that there's no free will, man.
Hold that while he's still reading you up there.
Verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning.
Hey, who can do that? Who can say I'm gonna create the beginning, and when I create that, I also got the end in mind, and it ain't gonna be changed no matter what, no matter who's involved. Absolutely, right?
And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
Right? Hey, and I will do what I choose is best, what I like is best. I will choose them. I will do all my pleasure. It ain't about the pleasure of man upon earth. It's about what I want to happen. Okay? Talking about the Most High God Yahweh. His pleasure, what he wants to happen.
The second Ezra chapter 4 and 21. For like as the ground is given unto the wood and the sea to his floods, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing but that which is upon the earth, and he that dwelleth above the heavens may only understand the things that are above the heights of the heavens.
Woo, man. Hey, man. So you can't really question the ways of the Most High because that's too much for you, man. What was that? It was Sirach 3, search not out the things that are too high for thee.
But what is given, meditate thereon forever.
There's certain things that you just leave that alone, man. See, in due time, the Most High is gonna reveal everything to us anyway. Okay? Right now, we only are given what's in the book. That's all we really need to know from that. Okay? That's all we really need to know. Understand, get this mastered first. Get this wisdom, man. This wisdom, this is the supreme wisdom over the whole universe, man. But to need to know why the Most High do this and do that, you know? Why is that concerning you, man? You know? Jay worrying about, you know, what shape the earth is, you know, how Esau, how long Jupiter is from Venus, and you know, trying to do all of the measurements and calculations, and man, all the Most High's works you cannot find out, man.
Somebody told me, hoping that it would spark something in me to be, said Jerusalem is 144,000 miles from the pyramids, the base of the pyramids, exactly. So,
how many?
Just like 144,000. That means nothing. What matters is this, who keepeth the word of the Most High.
I got a pre. If you gonna have
it was something like that, you know,
it
way off. Something, man. Just figure the basics out, man. Don't
you're doing too much. And none of the shit you're saying is true. All that information you think you got, you deceiving yourself.
You can't use what you gonna count steps. What don't mean nothing.
Using this carbon dating method, that shit is proven to be flawed science, man. You know.
And how does it pertain to salvation?
And that's the point of this book. So you can earn your salvation.
That's it.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and 16. And hardly do we guess aright the things that are upon the earth. And with labor do we find the things that are before us. But the things that are in the heavens, or that are in heaven, who have searched out?
Who can search out the things in the heavens? I can't, maybe you know what I said. For thou art on earth, for I am in heaven and thou upon earth. You know where that was at? It said, for I am in heaven and thou upon earth. Something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was till I make thine enemies my footstool, but I don't think that go together. I might get you the wrong one.
I got one too.
Read that one again, Bob.
Okay. Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 16. And hardly do we guess aright the things that are upon the earth.
We're guessing. Only the Most High truly knows. You know? And that's why I got to bring up a Brightburn moment, right?
I found it.
The Brightburn moment, right? When he was like, well, sometimes bad things have to happen for a good reason.
Yeah.
Right?
He said bad things happen to people for good reasons.
Yeah, sometimes bad things happen for people for good reasons.
Yeah.
Right? That's the Most High. So we're guessing at what we think is right.
Yeah.
When he knows when bad shit happens, sometimes there's a good outcome to it. Like Jake going into captivity and the serpent and all Eve and all of that. There really is a good reason for all of that. So we can know good and evil and be like the Most High. But look at how bad the situation has been to go through. But the overall, getting the kingdom of heaven, especially as an Israelite, after living under Esau and all the other heathen, now is going to be fulfilling. Whoever finish down and then let the brothers, whoever got it up.
And with labor do we find the things that are before us, but the things that are in heaven, who have searched out?
Yep.
Nobody. But the Heavenly Father.
Nobody's going up there to figure out what he got going on up there. We struggling down here. We're guessing and struggling down here. But let your word be true.
Ecclesiastes 5 and 2. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High.
Yeah, because you uttering all these questions about things above your understanding. Because that's what usually happens up here. People come up here and utter words that they think they got figured out, that they're guessing at, trying to confound the prophets that we've been given the inspiration and the words from the Most High. Okay, but then you're coming to utter things unto us before the Most High, but you ain't got the basics figured out. Go ahead, bro.
It says, for the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth.
For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth.
Therefore let thy words be few.
And I kept saying that too. Therefore let thy words be few. Okay? Watch your mouth, watch what you say. But that just goes to show you that he's up there seeing the big picture, when we down here trying to figure out our next move, our next step that's not any type of vibration in the time, in the history of time.
Okay? We're trying to figure out our next steps. The Most High makes the steps in there. He knows what we're gonna do tomorrow.
He knows the big picture, the end game.
Or whatever, you know.
Right. He knows that this wicked ass dude about to get ran over by a semi.
He directed the steps of men.
Yeah, he directed the steps. How can a man then understand his own ways? Proverbs 20:24. You have something else?
Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 7 and 16. Be not over righteous much, neither make thyself over wise.
Why? Because what will happen to you? You think you figured out the mind of the Most High, but he may have you do something for a purpose, for a righteous purpose even. Go ahead, bro.
Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
Fighting against the will of the Most High. Okay? We gotta learn to be as righteous as we can understand and do the best we can in the spirit, man. And I always gonna say this one, being nice isn't always right, man. You gotta learn that sometimes being harsh with people is the right way to be. And he's gonna be real harsh with the 2/3, and he's gonna be real harsh with you heathen and the Edomites, man.
Be austere, like,
and it's for a good reason. Yep. That's right.
I got something. Ecclesiastes 11 and 5. As thou knowest not what is the way of the spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her. It's the same book, but not the same script.
Read it from the top of that.
Ecclesiastes 11 and 5. As thou knowest not what is the way of the spirit, but this is a heavenly understanding to know, how spirit travels.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like, when to determine when they spirit, that very moment, like you don't know. You don't know, man. All you know is what you see. It says, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child.
Yep.
Even so, thou knowest not the works of the Most High who maketh all.
Yeah, you just know the outcome of what happened. You don't know why. You can't figure out none of that. You don't know when.
Hey, and when you try to search out those things that are above your pay grade, you'll bug yourself out. You'll bug yourself out, man. Trying to be on a level as Yahweh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Let me see how
You hit the one that I want.
And at the end of the day, somebody get was that Jeremiah 9? I think 9 and like 23 or something like that.
You got one. It's a different one.
You got one?
Yeah.
See, and the reason why the Most High has it that way, where we can't learn too much of that high level understanding, which we have the highest level understanding on the earth, which is these prophecies. But outside of that, like the higher stuff, the Most High he's gonna leave that disclosed because he doesn't need man boasting and exalting himself on that high level, man.
We see that in its truth. People going to levels like not giving homage to the apostles, giving them their due respect, talking about they came up with the name or they broke this down or the apostles broke this down wrong. You know, that's what the brother was alluding to, that the Most High not going to give us all the knowledge because, man, you have niggas thinking they the Most High. You know, thinking, you know, teaching classes, selling the truth. Just, you know, more wickedness. It would create more wicked niggas in the world.
That's what
You know,
yeah. They knew that the Most High had mercy on you when you repented and they gave a sacrifice. And what did Jake do? Jake will find a way to corrupt every righteous thing on the earth.
Oh, yeah.
And he's taking cue from Esau. Jake is so smart, he does a bunch of dumb shit instead of just being really smart and doing the right thing. He'll find a long way to do the wrong. The direct path to do the right thing.
That's why it says they're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
Right.
This Jeremiah 9:23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man in his might, let not the rich man, what's like it? Neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth, for in these things I delight, saith the Lord.
Yeah, mercy is that loving kindness. Judgment can be good or bad.
Yeah.
And what was that last one he said? And,
judgment, loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness.
And righteousness. Okay? Sometimes killing, now don't take this wrong out of context, man, you assholes out there on the comment boards. But sometimes killing somebody is the right thing to do. That's what the Most High is going to do. But what
That's
did
a
he tell us?
judgment. Like killing is a judgment. That's a punishment.
Like
It's a righteous judgment.
that wicked spirit, where you know it had to be eliminated.
Right, but it ain't up to us to do that. I got a little disclaimers out there for the simple. Okay? It's not for us to do. Our job is to wait ye upon me. Ain't no more Austin Smiths should be out there taking vengeance into their own hands and saying the Most High made them do it. This nigga never studied enough when he should have said, you know, I'm gonna wait and find out later. I'm just gonna put her away and stop dealing with my brother or whoever else was doing that. Okay? What he was accusing of going on.
Good, man. But going back to that scripture, the Lord, he delights more in you acknowledging that he is.
That's right.
And not because, you know, you could bench press a freaking bus, or you have the knowledge of a fucking encyclopedia. You just big fucking genius on the earth that you think you could just scientifically challenge the Most High in his science. You know, the Most High, the Lord makes sure that's the reason why it says in 1 Corinthians that he chose the weak to confound the mighty, the base things of the world to confound the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, man. So that why?
It's a show of his power.
So that no flesh glory in his sight, man. That was one of the questions.
So let me read this, bro. You have something?
No, I just had the Jeremiah.
To quote what he was talking about? You had his answer? What he was talking about?
Jeremiah 9.
Go ahead.
That's the spirit, though. You about to let him read it again. That's just the spirit, you know. Let him read it again.
Jeremiah 9:23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth in this time, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
Just for what he said in Sirach the third chapter. He said, but rather. How did he say it? He said, but what is commanded thou, think therefore upon with reverence. Worry about the stuff on your own level, man. Stay in your lane. Okay, that's another stay in your lane scripture. Okay? Stop trying to worry about what the Most High got going on. Stay in your lane, and he'll increase you with the answers if you need it and deserve it. You got it, bro.
That I am the Lord will exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord.
That's right. I'll read this in Acts, the 17th chapter. I'm going to start at 23. For as I passed by and beheld your devotion I found an altar written with this inscription, to the unknown power of the unknown God. Because we can't know. The truth is, we can't know what the mind of the Most High is too high above our understanding down here on earth. Okay? We can't truly know the Most High like that. But how do we know? By faith and by His works, and by His word.
Well,
we truly know by His word.
Well, we don't know the mind of the Most High,
right.
But we know what His will is.
Right.
We understand what our purpose is that He's set us upon.
Yep.
But we also have the mind of Yahweh Shai, who's the son of the Most High.
Right.
Right. They were one. So we do know the Most High.
Right.
Those jakes that had the altar that had to the unknown God,
yeah.
They were agnostic.
Yeah.
They felt like you really couldn't know, the Most High, They didn't know His name. They didn't know what to call Him.
But that's the same mentality of wanting to know the deeper things that He knows. We're not meant to know the deeper things He knows. Okay? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, man.
It says, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, Him declare I unto you, the real Most High. We actually declare the real Most High unto you. The most that can be known about Yahweh is what the prophets bring out about it. Okay? It says, verse 24, which is where the point is beginning at. It says, the Most High hath made the world and all things therein, seeing that He is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands, neither is He worshipped with men's hands, as though He needed anything, seeing He giveth to all life and breath and all things, and hath made of one blood all nations of men. The same type of blood that flows through a different nation of people flows through His chosen people as well. But that doesn't change the fact that He knows why He chose His chosen people, or created even the heathen that aren't His chosen people. It says, to dwell on the face of the earth, and have determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation. He came up with all of that. Okay? Because He's the one, the all-knowing, omnipotent, omnipresent. Okay? Man upon earth, you're limited, very limited. You got it, bro.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 15. Yahweh hath granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me.
Yeah, all you need to worry about is what you have to deal with in your life. If you don't live anywhere that you need to know how to defend yourself against a bear, why practice defending yourself against a bear? Just figure out those snakes or whatever, or those wicked ass men that's around you that you keep losing to. To put it in a realistic form. You gotta go.
Because it is He that leadeth unto wisdom, and directeth the wise. For in His hand are both.
The wise will increase learning. You'll obtain the wise counsels and increase learning. Once they get understanding, it's like a drug. You want more and more and more wisdom. You want to learn more and more. But you have to first get to that understanding level. Okay? And in the highest level, our bodies can't take that type of understanding. Not in this weak ass flesh. It'll bug us out.
Right.
That's how you went up in a crazy house in a straitjacket.
Right. Imagine trying to count each and every star.
Right.
In the fucking
every grain of
universe.
sand.
Trying to count every
hair on the head.
Hair on the head.
Yeah, hair on the head, right?
Come on, man, you bug yourself out.
Esau talking about trying to go to fucking Mars. I dare your ass to try to go as far as you can go. Try to find the farthest fucking ball of planet, the farthest ball of energy that you can find on the farthest end of the universe. When you go way out there, you're never coming back. You'll never come back. Why? Because it's never ending. The scriptures say, was that in Isaiah, the Lord stretch of the heavens like a curtain, man. So it's just gonna keep expanding. It has no end to it.
Yeah, example is that Indiana Jones, Crystal Skull. Yeah, you remember at the end where she was like, "I want to know, I want to know," and she got all that knowledge and she fucking blew up, man. You know?
Oh, that was Gwyneth Paltrow, right? Got that character, dark-haired chick? With the dark-haired Nazi-looking chick?
And what was that other movie that came out? It was like in the it was in the 90s, man. Where she basically fell through like a rabbit hole, and it just like she was in some machine.
Contact.
But that shit fucked her up, man. You know? But people was like, man, this bitch is delusional. What's fucking wrong with her?
Yeah.
You know?
Too far.
That's too high for them, man. She was wondering why everybody was, you know, treating her like she needed special needs and shit. Oh man, you don't explain shit heavenly realm shit to people that's in the flesh.
Right. That's what
They
Paul
ain't gonna
was
understand
talking
that, man.
about. That's what That's what Paul was talking about.
Was that 1 Corinthians 12?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was it,
It was unlawful for me to
the second and third chapter, what I'm talking about.
2 Corinthians the 12th chapter.
The First
right?
Corinthians.
First Corinthians.
First Corinthians.
I have not seen, ear have not
Went
heard.
to the third.
No,
Are you talking about when he went to the
When you had
third
to
heaven?
explain, no, I was talking about when he had to explain.
Caught up in the paradise?
When he's like, I have to explain it to you, to a natural man. I can't explain to you the spiritual things.
Oh yeah, spiritual things.
Yeah,
the
because
natural man.
the natural man won't be able to receive
Yeah,
it.
Oh yeah,
That's
1
too high,
Corinthians 2. Yeah.
All right, but what you're saying goes upon a higher level, right?
I thought you was mentioning when he
when he got to
died
see it,
and he got caught up into the spirit world,
Right.
and he couldn't even tell you
He's like, I can't.
how he left, man.
Verse 16. For in his hand are both we and our words, and our words all wisdom also and knowledge of workmanship. For he hath given me certain knowledge of
Not all knowledge, but certain.
of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made and the operation of elements.
So some people, they can't even fathom this stuff that he gives you upon earth, that he given man upon earth. Okay? Hey, but look, but what does Jake search out? Jake searches out all the bullshit that's on earth. This is stuff that has actual value in your knowledge.
The beginning, ending, and midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun and the change of seasons, the circuits of years and the position of stars, the natures of...
Even King Solomon knew that the sun it revolves around the earth.
It says the alteration of the turning of the sun.
Right.
It didn't say like the earth circling the sun. It said the sun circling the earth, basically.
Yeah, it's what they call it genocentric. Is that what they call it?
For the moon, the sun.
Talking about how how it orbits.
Yeah.
You know, the circuits basically, man. You know.
the natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasonings of men, the diversities of plants and virtues of roots. All such things are either secret or manifest, them I know.
Hey, you can learn all that. That's all earthly wisdom, man. Master that. But in righteousness, get the understanding of that in righteousness. With all thy getting, get understanding.
But see, you get that understanding, you got to do something righteous with it.
Right.
A lot of people get this understanding of the things in that brother just named, and they do wickedly with it.
Hey,
Like
that's
Esau.
like the college system.
Yeah.
You know, you can major in everything basically that the brother read, but where they not doing nothing beneficial with it.
They not cleaning the earth.
Kind.
They're not, Esau gets that information and sees, okay, this is how you, this is how you clean the earth. This is how you cultivate the land.
He knows about the ecosystem and how it works.
Esau has all the resources to clean up the ozone layer, the oceans. He knows how they have the resources to dispose of all this garbage and trash in the correct way, but they don't give a shit.
All that wisdom, it should be it shouldn't be any such thing as a genetically modified organism.
They should have fields of natural grown fruits and shit. You know what I mean? Fruits and plants and things from the earth. Yeah. Esau has the ability to push a specific diet and tell you eat the right things to eat so you can live long, but they don't give a shit.
Yeah, there shouldn't be no pollution in the air from burning oil, man. Because Because that technology already came out hundreds of years. Not hundreds, but
That was a couple hundred years ago.
half a century.
Tesla did all that, man.
100 years ago. You know, alternate current electricity.
Renewable energies.
Vehicles that run on water.
Yeah.
You know?
They killed that guy.
Because he was using it for wickedness and couldn't benefit off of it. That was the joke. And then that movie, The Prestige, when he was talking to Tesla, who was the #1 adversary of Tesla? Thomas Edison. Because they wanted to control the power system. And he had it where everybody could have it and it would last forever. Hey, so Nikola Tesla's there, right? And his information came out.
The elites killed Tesla because the information that he had, it would have put it into their all the enterprises, the oil, the electricity. You wouldn't need all these nuclear plants, these energy plants. You know, everyone would have a efficient electrical system on their house. Everyone would have free electricity. You know.
Because the right thing to do with that information would be what? To make energy free, and then everybody power bill and all that would be straight. But what did they do? They made a car, an expensive car. Well, that's what Elon Musk did with that technology. He made an expensive car.
Elon Musk is
that you gotta pay for.
He's not more than a puppet for the elite, man. You know, it's like Jeff Bezos. Esau builds up these billionaires that people, you know, take heed to. They think they're so smart, they're scientists, and they got all this money. That's the thing about it. They'll put their net worth out there to make you think that, okay, they're on a level. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they gotta know something.
And then people listen to them. People will say, well, damn, Elon Musk did it. It must be right. Or Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates. You know, they got their name on it. They endorsed it. They got to be right.
But they causing all this fucking cancer in the earth. You know, fucking up all the, you know, everything that you see is all polluted thanks to their inventions. You know, why should you get all this credit and acknowledgement when really all you're doing is creating things that's detriment to the environment that you gotta live in?
That's anti-life.
You against life, man. How should we honor you as having the highest IQ on the planet when you, the shit that you're doing, you're proving that you're really not as wise as you think you are, man? If you was really this wise being, you wouldn't, all this shit, man, that's leading to the downfall and destructive nature of our people, we would not be suffering that, man. You know? It wouldn't be processed food. You know? You wouldn't need no damn 5G technology, man.
Why would you ever have to create GMOs when you should know the right? All you have to do is put the right nutrients into the soil.
You wouldn't need to put ingredients on a product you buy.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got to put
be pure.
Exactly.
It's crazy, man.
You got to put gloss. What is it? All kind of shit.
Phosphate.
That they put that in the wines and the beers, but they got monosodium. Yeah, there you go. They put all that stuff. You know, and they put it on there. And when you Google this stuff, and you see the pros and the cons of it, it's more cons than pros.
Pros is all on the surface level.
Yeah.
Make it taste better. Why did the Sonic water have 5 ingredients in it? It's just water. You know?
So Sirach chapter 19 and 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
Here it is right there.
Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
Yep. You can't ask a wicked man the right way to do something. He ain't gonna. He either don't know or he ain't gonna tell you. Yeah. The same thing about how did that verse start? Man's wisdom is not knowledge of wickedness. It's not wisdom.
It's not wisdom.
Yeah, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Just because you know how to create these diseases in the earth don't mean that it's a wise thing. most of the diseases and pestilences that hit the earth is by design, man. It's not naturally caused by, oh, there was a monkey that had it. How did he get it?
They're trying to say not Jacob, man myself, a fucking monkey or something.
Right.
And then that's how AIDS
The monkey got AIDS, and the monkey fucked another monkey, and then now the monkey got AIDS, and now the human fucked the monkey. That's your wicked ass doing that.
And Esau and these niggas, they believe it because Esau says it.
Yep.
I gotta preach. This is Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter.
Hey, it ain't gonna rest with you, man. Wisdom ain't gonna show you those crooked ways that wisdom starts you off with. It's gonna try you, and once you found unworthy, it's gonna continue to just plague you with wisdom. I mean, when I say plague, I mean you're gonna be trying thinking you smart, you don't know shit. Okay, you never really gonna rest with wisdom.
Nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin.
There it is. The Most High don't want you. Because your soul is fucked up and it's playing out in your body now. Alright? When he don't, that's why he didn't choose the heathen. That's why he didn't choose the 2/3. Okay? That's why he has an elect that was chosen.
They'll get wisdom of this world, you know, like the wisdom of the periodical chart, and different chemicals, but they're not gonna. It's not gonna be wisdom from above. It's not gonna be. They're not gonna use the wisdom to do righteousness.
Right.
You know.
Hey, if you asked a Jake, and if you knew how to operate all the elements on a periodic table, what would you do? Jake's gonna look at it and find a way to fix the earth, or fix the problems in the world.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean on a small level, like the core reasons. They'll search that out till they find that. Hey, that's why I like that movie Transcendence. His wife wanted to figure out the cure for cancer. He's like, I just want to figure out how it works, how the world works.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of my favorite movies. You know, that's what Jake would do. But everybody else want to be known for doing this, and then you know, and then when you have power to fix it, they usually use it to destroy it. That, like, the harp probably could have been used for something way better, but what is it used for now? You know, CERN, what is it used for now? It ain't used for nothing righteous.
Yeah, like these places on the earth that doesn't that's a desert or something that hasn't gotten rain for a long time. You can use the harp to have it rain.
To stop famines in the earth, but you want to control the earth and those people with the famine.
And they use it to control natural disasters. You know, control seasons. You know.
It made me think of the Dark Knight Rises. Bruce Wayne created an energy source with I forgot what kind of energy it was, but it was nuclear energy. But it was a sustainable energy also. But he didn't want to use it for fear that somebody would take it and corrupt it.
Yeah.
Which happened in the movie. Which is exactly when they figured it out that he had it. That's exactly what they did. They corrupted it. No?
It all goes back to Esau, man. Everything Esau touches, man, it turns to shit.
Yep.
You know, because he can't do right. He can't do righteousness. You know, you can give Esau the purest thing. This earth was pure before Esau got his hands on it. This land over here in America was you know, they had trees. They had, you know, natural the rivers and the lakes were you could drink the water. It was natural. It was filtered through the gold and the silver. You know? But what does Esau do? He comes over here, he rapes, robs, murders, takes all the gold and the silver and the natural minerals out of the water that he can't filtrate itself. He cuts down the trees because the trees are natural filters of the earth for the air. All right? And look at this place. That's why this place has to be destroyed.
Right.
It's Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the world of the earth do languish.
The earth is fading away under the rulership of Esau. We see that before our eyes. All right, everything in this society, everything in the world, the earth in general is fading away. That's why the Heavenly Father has to come back, send his son back to take Esau out of his power seat. All right, because it's not going to be any, if the scripture says in Deuteronomy, Matthew the 24th chapter, there won't be any flesh to save. The for the elect's sake. It's because Esau destroying everything. He's the harbinger of death. He's anti-life. He wants to destroy, and that's why he's trying to go out of space, because he knows that this earth doesn't have the natural resources, the things in the earth, the natural minerals. Esau has sucked it dry.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Who's the main person inhabiting the earth that's ruling right now? That's in the rulership seat. The so-called white man Esau. Like I said before, he has the resources to clean up the earth, but he's not going to do it. All right, he's got this wicked rule, and you know he got to be taken out. He got to be. It's no room for Esau to rule any more longer. Is that it? I still got one.
Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
Hey, it's few men left. It's few righteous men left in the society for the elect. That's all that's left.
I got something real quick. It's Sirach chapter 10 and verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Without the people, there is no king. If you destroy your people, then all your power is gone. The power of the king is in the number of people that he has. How many subjects he has, loyal subjects. Be truthful about it. That's why the Yahweh was going to send Yahweh Shai to subdue all the earth. And everybody will be under his dominion.
It says, in the hand of the Most High is the prosperity. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Israel. Yep. We're going to be the ones, when we get restored in the power, the earth, the whole entire world is going to benefit from our rulership. Because everything is going to be put back in its rightful order, man. Everything is going to be replenished, okay? Everything that Esau had destroyed is going to have to be reconstructed, if you will. Yeah. You know? Esau proved he's an unwise king, man. He was never fit to rule, but the Lord did that to punish us. That's the only reason why he said Esau a wicked ass son, man.
Think about this. It took Yahweh Shai and the angels, the elect, 6,000 years to create the earth. It took Esau less than 1,000 years to destroy it. You know? That's the type of level that,
This is a high level of devil.
Yeah, man.
Well, really, the industrial age.
Yeah.
That is not but what, 150 years old?
Yeah,
maybe
late
100s.
1800s.
Yeah, that's when all this pollution came and shit. The industrial age. So what, 100, 150 years? And it's like this.
Yeah.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah. That'll be for itself. We gotta get out of this place, man. If you're not trying to hurry up and get the hell out of Esau's rulership, you're with it, man. And you're with the beast. You're gonna take the mark. And you're gonna be destroyed with this beast.
Stay here and fucking burn with Esau.
Yeah.
We want to get out of here.
That's right.
When in the same chapter the brother just read, it said how all the works thereof shall be burnt up. You know, all this shit is pollution. That's why it has to be burnt up. That's what you do with filth, with trash.